Mm, I never know when we're live here on the Facebook because it has a wheel. So while we wait, I'm going to do a draw because I'm feeling a little anxious right now. It's because of the topic I'm going to talk about today. So I'm inhaling some balance. It's a grounding blend. Oh man, it is so calming. It is amazing. I put it on every morning and every night before I go to bed. In the morning, I typically put it right here on my third eye to really align my chakras. Yeah, I believe in that stuff. It's kind of fun. It's fun. It's fun. Okay, life is too short. We need to like live a little. Hi, everyone that's joining me. Sorry, I can't give you a shout out. I see somebody's watching, but Facebook changes their user interface, and hi, I'm so glad you joined me this morning. Happy Monday. I hope you guys had a fantastic holiday weekend, whatever that was like for you. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself, you stayed safe, and you'll live to see another 2 weeks of your life. So speaking of coronavirus, this kind of subject I'm a little nervous about talking about because this is completely outside of my comfort zone, but I want to talk about comfort zone because um, it really affects my business when I fall back into my comfort zone. Oh, hi, Mom. Thank you for joining. Good morning. So, yeah, I have a hard time pushing forward in my business because I want to go back to, my comfort zone and not, reconnect with people. So, it takes a lot and effort for me to get past whatever that block is and get moving forward. So, this is a little exercise that I did to get me past that, like, because I figured, okay, I need to focus on my why. What is your why? What's your purpose? What gets you out of bed? What gets your juices flowing, gets you excited? What um, makes you feel like you're in that pocket of doing greatness out there? Because we're all put on this planet for a purpose. And a lot of us have figured that shit out when we're 5 years old. The rest of us when we're in our 20s because we hit college and we have amazing experiences there. And then there's the rest of us in our 40s and 50s going, holy crap, I'm running out of time. Why am I on here? So it all started back in 2015, 2016, around there. Um, Aaron, he went through a layoff. We both started in the television industry, and he was getting laid off. Was able to land a quick job at the university here in San Diego, but every time we changed, both of us changed jobs, we were making less and less, and he finally decided, you know what, this is not working. What he really wanted to do was physical therapy because he'd been talking about that for years. He was already taking some classes to get those out of the way, and then so he decided, that's it. I'm gonna stop working. We're gonna figure out finances, plan out the next 2 years. And the dog needs in the house, and he's on the wrong side. He needs to come over here so I can let him in. Anyway, so he did that. And then as he's going through that, I'm like so proud of him. He's like finally found his purpose. All right, I gotta let the dog in. Pause 1 second, please. Did you miss me? Okay, dog's back in the house. So I'm once in a while I would get this feeling when I'm going to work or coming or leaving work. I would think, man, there's something more to this than what I'm doing right now. This is great for now, but I didn't feel like I was fulfilling my purpose. Like I was thinking there's more to this than just clocking in, clocking out, being in the rat race type of thing. But yeah, it was like a thought and then it went away. So fast forward to now, after getting laid off for the third time last year, I finally decided, corporate life was just not for me. I'm like reading the signs from the universe. This is my third layoff from from the corporate world. And I'm like, okay, got it. Message received. Thank you, universe. So I had to like readjust. Because what is a 45-year-old with a master's degree in communication, because I speak good, is going to do now? So luckily, because doTERRA was already in my life, and there was a business side that I was kind of doing on the side. It was more of a hobby thing because I really love these oils, and I noticed a change every time we use them. And so then I did the exercise, because there's tons of exercises to find your why. And I've lost count. Probably I can count on this hand if I really think about how many times I've done this exercise. And the first time, or the last time I did it, I actually found the notes because I was doing the exercise, and I was cleaning out my desk because I'm like full time. We're going to do this doTERRA business. Clean out your desk. Let's get it organized. And I came across that why. And in it was, I wanted to spend more time with my son. Sorry, I knew this was going to happen, so bear with me. So what's happening right now is I'm having a memory, and my brain is going through the Rolodex to figure out what chemicals to release in the body. And that's what's happening right now. So that's what you're witnessing. Pause. Because at the time, Ian was really struggling with school, mostly reading, and he discovered depression, which was kind of shocking. So he brought it to my attention because we have this relationship that I tell him, you know, like as often as I can, if anything comes up, please talk to me. I probably lived through the experience, or I know someone that has, and we're going to talk it out. So I was like, okay, I'm ready for this conversation. Not that I was, but I was. And I said, you know what? Here's my experience with it. Because when I was 12 years old, ironically, it was a freaking episode of Who's the Boss that set me over, because Samantha went to a Beastie Boys concert. Okay, right there just kind of like took me out of the show, because I was like, God damn it, I would love to go to a Beastie Boys concert, but I was way too young for that. So she went to a Beastie Boys concert. Of course, it went past her curfew. And then Tony is all, Samantha. And then, you know, he gets mad at her, but nothing happened. Like she kind of got grounded, but you know how TV shows work. And that totally pissed me off. So that was like the trigger. That's what sparked my, like, I don't know if I should be on this planet anymore. This is not fair. Life is sucky. And then I thought, you know, well, I kind of want to see how it ends. So then that went away. But then here's my son. He's going through it, and he was more curious about it than actually like absorbing it. And he just couldn't understand, because he's very FOMO, been like that since day one. He was very curious about it. Like, how can someone have depression and you know, want to end their life like that? Because, you know, there's so much going on. There's so many beautiful things in life. But, you know, on the other side, you know, it's pretty ugly. So he's trying to figure that shit out. So that was my why back then, was to spend more time with him, to kind of, you know, show him that life is good. Like, you know, just keep doing what you need to do, and we'll work through it together, type of thing. So I figured, well, that was 2 years ago. So I was like, let me redo the exercise again. But I found a different person that was kind of going through the prompts, and it was the same but different. So this guy was, I think, a psychologist or something. Like, he had some, I don't know, what do you call it, some knowledge in what we were doing with the exercise. And he was really funny about it. He's like, okay, so we're going to go through these 4 prompts, and I'm going to set you up. And then we're going to break down some layers, because we're trying to find your why. And it's not, I forget why I wrote it down. Hold on. Bear with me. Hold on. Don't leave me yet. Okay. So your why is not, your why is a feeling, not a thing. So I was like, okay, I got to like switch my mindset. Not a thing. It's a feeling. So I'm going through each prompt, and I'm, you know, breaking down the layers. And then by the 3rd prompt, you know, he gives us time to kind of like write out everything that's like popping up in our head in the prompt. And he's like, so by this point, you're probably, really feeling it. Like you're crying, you're probably, or you're mad, or you can feel stuff in your body. And I was just like, not yet, not for me, not yet. And he goes, and for you that haven't felt anything yet, don't worry, you will on the fourth one. And of course I was like, oh yeah, let's bring it, let's do it, let's get it. I'm ready for this fourth one. And oh my gosh. So yeah, the fourth one came, and just like big old tears. Oh my God. So it was a very beautiful exercise. So I came up with my why, because I know what it feels like when people are not kind because of pain. Can we talk about pain? So holy macaroni, coronavirus has busted some seams that we were like really trying to put together with little thin pieces of string. And yeah, this virus has really busted that open, with the racial inequality, injustices that are happening, our health. Holy crap, can we circle back to that? Because we have had, we're just going on and on and on and on. And I've done it too. I'm totally guilty of this, where we do not pay attention to our body. We're not listening to the signs. And we're thinking we just got to get to the next 24 hours. And then tomorrow's going to be better. We're going to feel better. And that's not the case, because we're still, pushing ourselves through. So after this little exercise, they wanted to, okay, they wanted to just kind of break it all down to like one word. Like look at all the words you wrote, and then pick the one that like keeps popping up. And for me, it was community, which makes total sense, because a year ago, when I was sitting in Erica's first grade classroom, the teacher asked all the parents, can you come in and talk to the kids about what you do for a living that helps support your community? And I'm like, oh yeah, I so want to do this, because I've never done anything like that before. Thought it would be cool, because it's a bunch of little kids. I want to encourage them, empower them, and make them, feel like they could do anything if they set their mind to it, whatever their passion is. So I went, and the first thing I said was, I'm an entrepreneur, and I sell essential oils because I want to sell it to my community, because I know when my community feels good, they do good, and they're kinder and gentler and all that fun stuff. So got to remove the pain, or at least let's get to the root of it, right? And that's what these oils do. So naturally. So that's my why. That's my why, to help this community wherever I plant my roots, and because I want people to feel better more often. Because okay, back to coronavirus. Okay, so our health. So there's heart disease, cardiovascular diseases. There's which is the same thing. There's high blood pressure, diabetes, all these underlining things, which I know I have, because I've had 2 babies, and babies will trigger stuff when you're not paying attention to it and healing your body. So first one was gestational diabetes. Now I have family history of that, so I have to be mindful of that, and not go crazy with the ice cream, which is so hard to do. And then where was I going with that? I lost my train of thought. Darn it. I hate it when that happens. So there's some other stuff. So I was going on through LinkedIn, and I came across a post that a doctor posted, and he was saying that the same things I just shared with you, with the underlining issues with our bodies, and coronavirus just kind of busting that open and exposing all of that, because we're not taking care of ourselves. We're too busy trying to take care of other people, or whatever our situation is. So he suggested, this doctor, that we need to turn to functional medication, or well, not medication, but functional medicine, which is basically the basics. Eating right. We all know the pyramid. Eating right, fruits and vegetables, get your carbs, your protein, that sort of thing, and stop with the sugar. But if you go in the salt, if you go in a grocery store and you walk down the aisle, it's literally salt, sugar, salt, 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 sugar, salt, and dairy. and protein with the meat. That's it. That is our revolution of the grocery store. We've gone from little teeny tiny farmer markets to these ginormous boxes with nothing but salt and sugar in it, and it's really hard to shop in there. But you got to do what you can. I lost my train of thought again. I should have wrote some notes down and keep myself on track. Oh yeah, so functional medicine. So that's what I do. That's what I do. I am part of that functional medicine community with these essential oils because they are medicinal. They extract it from the plant. They have these chemical compounds. They get to the cellular level and they start to heal your body. Are you ready to say yes to yourself and heal your body? I'm here for you. This is what I want to do. This is my passion. So now I'm getting to the conclusion of my why. My third strength, so my first strength is achiever. And what that means is I make a list, I check off the box, and I feel good at the end of the day. That's achiever. Second is empathy. So I can sit with you and empathize and see all sides of the spectrum, and I'll sit with you and hold your hand. Empathy. Third one is future. It doesn't mean that I'm always got my mind in the future, like I'm not living in the future, but I can see the big picture. That's what that means. And currently, the way coronavirus has exposed these underlying things that we're not taking care of ourselves, and it's apparent. Let's start taking care of ourselves now so that 5, 10, 15, 20 years, when we're ready to retire, we're not running to the doctor's appointment every month because something isn't working. I don't want you guys to get yourself in that position. So that's why, thank God doTERRA's in my life in so many ways. What else? So yeah, sorry I care so much. Why am I so emotional? I haven't had any Melissa. Usually that bubbles some shit up. I did take some last night. I put a drop under my tongue. So I'm doing this whole protocol, trauma recovery, which is balance, morning and night, bottom of the feet. And then of course I put some on my third eye in the morning. 1 drop of Melissa under the tongue before I go to bed, which is hella nasty if you don't have any water, but I do what I can. It has a very earthy, pungent flavor, and it stings a little. It's kind of like a spicy, it's got a little spice to it. But, you know, being from Louisiana, that's a walk in the park. Or growing up in Louisiana and all that yummy food. So, God, I'm trying to get to my conclusion. So I think I got to it. Yeah, I just want people to feel good more often, so we're kinder out there, because a lot of people are in some pain. Holy moly. Yeah, videos are coming out of the woodwork, and it's mostly white women, but I get it. Fun fact about white women and hysteria, because that's how I look at it. I'm like, these women are hysterical. So that word is derived from our when we have hysterectomies, that thing there, yeah, that kind of stems from, I don't know, I read that somewhere. So yeah, it's kind of related to the two. We are hysterical because when we're in pain, oh my God, we say some crazy ass shit. I'm very guilty of that myself. Okay, so I think that's it. That's all I gotta say. That's my why. I want you guys, and the big picture is to be healthy by the time we're in our 60s. If we make it to our 60s, I think we will. I think we can, because I have the tools and I want to share them with you, free of charge. You know, I won't charge you anything to try them. It's all up to you if you're ready to move forward. Okay, that's it. I'm going to jump off because, man, it's been 20 minutes. I think I've been here long enough. All right, you guys. All right, enjoy the rest of your day. Have a fantastic week. I know I will. I'm going to bang some shit out and work towards my why and make you guys feel better more often. Okay, bye. Love you. Wear your mask, social distancing. Don't be a dick out there. Come on. There's enough dicks out there. Be a vagina. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.